Imagine it's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, the blue light of your phone burning into your eyes. You've been scrolling for 3 hours. You don't even remember what you've seen. Just a blur of people living better lives, getting more likes, and looking more certain than you feel. There's a hollow feeling in your chest. It's not quite sadness, and it's not quite anger. It's just emptiness. You feel like a ghost in your own life, watching the world happen from the sidelines. You want to do something great, but you don't even know how to start the day without feeling overwhelmed. Jordan Peterson wrote a book called 12 Rules for Life. At its core, it's a manual for guys like us who feel lost in the noise of the modern world. It isn't about being perfect. It's about finding a way to stand up when the world wants to keep you pinned down. So, let's talk about these rules and how we fix this. Rule 1, the way you stand. Look at how you're sitting right now. Are you hunched over? Are your shoulders pulled in like you're trying to hide from the room? The first rule is to stand up straight with your shoulders back. It sounds too simple, right? But your brain is hardwired to track where you sit in the dominance hierarchy. When you slump, your brain thinks you're losing. It produces less serotonin. It makes you feel anxious and defeated before you've even tried. When you pull your shoulders back and look the world in the eye, you're telling your nervous system that you're a participant, not a victim. You're signaling to yourself and the world that you are ready to carry the weight of being alive. It's the first step to feeling like a man who actually belongs here. Rule 2, the friend in the mirror. Think about your dog, or a younger brother, or even a plant you're trying to keep alive. If they got sick, you'd make sure they took their medicine. You'd stay up late to make sure they're okay. You'd be kind to them. But what about you? When you mess up, you call yourself an idiot. You eat junk, you don't sleep, and you treat your body like a trash can. You need to treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. You aren't just your own master. You are your own caretaker. You have a spark of something valuable inside you, even if you can't see it right now. So start acting like you actually care about your own future. Rule 3, the people around you. Who are you hanging out with? I mean, really. Are they the guys who celebrate when you get a win? Or are they the ones who make a sarcastic comment the moment you try to improve yourself? It's easy to hang out with people who are going nowhere because they make you feel comfortable in your own stagnation. But you need to make friends with people who want the best for you. It's not selfish to walk away from people who are dragging you down into the mud. It's an act of survival. Rule 4, the Instagram trap. You're probably comparing your behind-the-scenes footage to everyone else's highlight reel. You see a guy on social media with the car, the girl, and the abs, and you feel like a failure. Stop that. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. The only person you're actually in a race with is the version of you that woke up this morning. If you can be 1% better, just 1%, by the time you go to bed, you're winning. That's the only metric that matters. Everything else is just noise designed to make you feel small. Rule 5, setting the standard. This one is about how we influence the world around us. Peterson talks about children, but it applies to everything you lead. Don't let the things you care about, your work, your relationships, your environment, slip into chaos just because you want to be liked. If you see something going wrong, have the courage to address it. Discipline isn't about being a jerk. It's about making sure that the things you love stay healthy and functional. Rule 6, your room and the world. We see it all the time on the news. People screaming about how the world should be run, how the economy should work, or how the system is broken. But have you looked at your bedroom lately? Is there a pile of laundry in the corner? Have you called your mom recently? Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. It's easy to play the activist. It's hard to fix your own life. Start with the things you can actually control. Clean your desk, fix your sleep schedule, pay your bills. If you can't manage your own small space, you have no business trying to manage the planet. Rule 7. The meaning of the struggle. We live in a world of instant hits. TikTok, fast food, porn, video games. It's all expedient. It feels good right now, but it leaves you empty 10 minutes later. And so, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Meaning is what happens when you're doing something that justifies your existence. It's hard. It involves sacrifice. It's the feeling you get when you finish a difficult project or help someone who can't pay you back. Pleasure is fleeting, but meaning is a bedrock you can stand on when the storms of life hit. Rule 8. The power of your word. How many times a day do you lie? Not big lies maybe, but small ones. You say, "I'm fine," when you're drowning. You say, "I'll do it," when you know you won't. This is rule number 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Lying makes you weak. Every time you say something you know isn't true, you warp your own vision of reality. You start to lose track of who you actually are. If you want to be a man people can rely on, you have to be a man who speaks the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. Rule 9. The art of listening. We've forgotten how to talk to each other. We just wait for our turn to speak so we can prove we're right. This is rule number 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Even the person you disagree with most has a life experience you don't have. If you listen with the intent to learn, rather than the intent to win, you become wiser every single day. You don't have to agree with them, but you should respect the truth they might be carrying. Rule 10. Naming the dragon. Anxiety is often just a cloud of things you're afraid to look at. You feel bad, but you won't say why. Remember this rule: be precise in your speech. If you're struggling, don't say life is hard. Say, I am lonely because I am afraid to talk to new people. Once you name the problem precisely, it stops being a giant monster and starts being a task you can actually tackle. Precision turns chaos into something manageable. Rule 11. Risk and growth. We live in a safety-first world. We're told to avoid risk, to stay quiet, to play it safe. But that's not how men grow. This is rule 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. When you see someone taking a risk, or when you feel the urge to take one yourself, don't suppress it. We need to test our limits. We need to fall and scrape our knees. If you never face danger, you never develop the strength to protect the things you love. Let yourself be a little bit dangerous. Rule 12. The small graces. Life is going to be heavy. You're going to lose people. You're going to fail. You're going to feel like the weight of the world is too much to carry. Remember this rule: pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. What this really means is, notice the small, beautiful things that happen in the middle of the chaos. A good cup of coffee, a sunset, a joke with a stranger. You have to look for these tiny moments of light, or the darkness will swallow you whole. They are the breaks in the struggle that keep you going. The final call. So where does that leave you? Back in that room. Back with that phone in your hand. The world doesn't need more spectators. It doesn't need more people who are, quote, half living because they're afraid of the responsibility of being a man. It needs you. It needs you to stand up. It needs you to clean your room. It needs you to speak the truth even when your voice shakes. It's going to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's where the meaning is. Take a deep breath, put the phone down. Walk to the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and decide that today is the day you stop being a ghost. Go out there and carry your burden with a smile, because you're stronger than you think, and the world is waiting for you to show up.